Thank you guys. I am armed with the clipboard of doom, ready for my Warren Meets mat. This is the Ruined City mat from PWORKS. It's a doozy and I'm taking it. I'm gonna nab this one for my own personal gratification. Right, so let me give you some of the details. It's a beautifully versatile grey, cracked rubble, concrete, stone kind of a mat. I'll talk about its versatility in a second. You can get it in PVC, or you can get it in this neoprene, which is probably one of the hardest wearing of the materials that you can get. And you can also get it in synthetic cloth. I want to see that. I'm going to have to. PWORKS, if you're watching, I would love to see something like this in the synthetic cloth to see what that's like. Well, could you put stuff under it and give it undulations and things like that? I think that'd be really interesting. So there's your three materials. In terms of your sizes, you get 6x4, 4x4, 3x3, 6x3, and you can also get it in 30 inches by 22, 60 inches by 44, and 30 inches by 44. No longer need the clipboard of doom. Right, let's go in and talk about it. First things first, the killer application of this mat is its versatility, okay? I looked at this and I was like, oh yeah, baby. This is Stalingrad, so I'd be quite happy to put my flames or my bolt action and stuff on this to give me that kind of ruined Stalingrad, ruined Berlin. It just works for that. Heck, fantasy? Dudes, this could be the floors of the mines of Moira. It could be Mordor. It could be anything. It just fits.
Last one standing wins.
Sci-fi? Once you start putting sci-fi modular buildings on this, it could be anywhere. One of the brilliant things about this mat is it's absolutely teeming with detail, but I have not found a single detail on this that breaks the immersion, okay? So there's no modern pipework or anything like that on it that would suddenly discount it from being used in any particular war theater across any genre. So, you know, you have these wonderful kind of cracked areas. It could easily pass for stone or concrete. You have over here some of the kind of the rubble laying on top of it. It has a beautiful three-dimensional feel, but again, there's nothing in it that is going to peg it to a particular genre or period. So it just is absolute flexibility in a mat. Color tones are spot on. It has an overall grey feel to it, of course, but it does have that slightly patinaed, almost sepia tones that you would find in a natural environment. So the mat itself doesn't come across as too artificial. It has enough natural tones in there to really make it a lovely canvas to put your terrain and miniatures down on. It's super good. There's over here, you have a little bit of like a scorch or a burn mark. Again, hey, that's magic fireball, that's explosions, that's blasters. There is nothing there that in any way kind of limits the opportunities for the use of this mat. It just ticks all the boxes for me, this one. Looking at the mat, it has that nice balance between plenty of detail, plenty of texture, lovely color tones, but it's not overwhelming. It is a canvas. So whatever I set down on top of this mat is going to pop. It's not going to overpower a lot of it, which is, you know, yeah, it's tiny details at this stage, but the matte guys are getting so good at making the mattes, you know, hey, we're getting to the stage where it's the tiny details that make the difference. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this one. As I have grown into my hobby and diversified my hobby a lot, so playing between lots of different genres, my appreciation for a little bit, and you're not going to believe I'm going to say this, my appreciation for a less is more on these things is really starting to come through. You know, whereas previously, you know, I would have been looking for sci-fi narrative elements and things like that throughout a matte. These days, less so, really less so. I'm looking for really nice textures, really well thought out colors across the matte. And I actually appreciate more whenever they do hold back and don't put in narrative elements into the matte that tie it too much to any particular genre. Excellent matte. Really, really like this one, guys. So that is the Ruined City matte from PWORK Games. Right, back to the boys.